they served for us. They sacrificed for us. Their stories deserve to be told. Every military veteran has a story to tell. Join our host, Jay Garstecki, as we honor the stories of our true American heroes, one soldier at a time. The mission today is Operation Healing Heroes. Brought to you by Great Clips.
Montana. Many people know it as Big Sky Country. The Fort Peck Indian Reservation occupies more than 2.1 million acres beneath the big skies of northeastern Montana. It's here where we meet a Native American warrior and an American patriot in National Guard veteran Darin Dimas. For Darin, being outdoors in Montana is simply a way of life.
Hey, Darin.
Hi, Jay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to windy northeast Montana.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Well, I hear you're a fisherman. What do you think we try fishing on the Poplar River?
Sounds good. I'd love to.
Well, let's go see what we can catch.
Darin and his wife Jane raised 4 children on the Fort Peck Indian Reservation, and together they taught them well in the ways of hunting, fishing, and hiking, all while demonstrating
Hang on.
You got it.
what it means to be a proud American. Patriotism runs deep in the Dimas family. While Darin gave 28 years of his life to the military, both of his boys chose to serve as well. But Darin credits his Uncle Mac Two Bulls as his military mentor and inspiration.
Always loved the military. Growing up, I idolized my Uncle Mac Two Bulls, and so the military was always in my mind. He always brought me back things from Vietnam, just patches, and
So he was
sea
your
rats.
inspiration, huh?
And he was my inspiration. Mac Two Bulls was my role model as a soldier. Got his uniform on, like the old military saying, walking tall and looking good. Ought to be in Hollywood. That was him. So he always looked sharp, loved his uniform, loved being a soldier. At the end of his career, he was the highest decorated and honored Native American. He played a big part of my career. Even as I not just joined the military, as I was in the military, things we've done, I always think of, oh, Mac would have done this, Mac. You know, he wouldn't give up. Loved being a soldier. He's a warrior. Military is a good occupation.
Yeah?
You meet a lot of great people. People you don't know that will cover your back at any time, and
They say it's your second family, right?
correct. And the thing I liked about it, military, your brothers and sisters in arms, it don't matter your race or your color of skin, and everyone's just another Joe. The family is related to Sitting Bull, and we're from the Sitting Bull clan that came through. We're blood to Sitting Bull. When I went to basic training as a 19th Delta Cavalry Scout, we was lined up there the first days there, and as the drill sergeants were getting to know us and who we are, he looked at me and, Dimas, he said, are you Spanish, Native, or what are you? I said, yes, drill sergeant, I'm Native American and Spanish. So what kind of Native are you? He said, because you look more Native than Spanish. I said, well, I'm Sioux. And he said, well, why would you join the Cavalry Scouts if you're a Sioux Indian? He said, aren't the cavalry what went out to Sitting Bull, the Little Bighorn? I said, yes, drill sergeant, but without the Indians, the cavalry went to know how to find the Indians because they had other Indians to track them. I said, so you guys still need Indians to show you how to get things done. And The other drill sergeants laughed so hard at that drill sergeant, and then I had to do push-ups. We're sitting here on Fort Peck Reservation. This is where my mother was born and raised. Native culture with the Sioux tribes. This is a Assiniboine and Sioux reservation. This is where I was married, raised 4 children, 2 of which are soldiers in the military.
Yep, I'm still a proud American and proud of you and Coulter and Corey. It's been good. Not too many people can say we've done what you guys have done.
Even on Veterans Day and stuff, I always tell people, my wife's a real veteran. She did more tours than me. So.
Yeah, 7 of them.
Tough to see your babies go off to war.
Yeah, really tough.
Chokes me up thinking about it, but my youngest son, he was blown up and injured in Iraq. They went down the road in a Humvee, but they weren't heavily armored like we were. But so we came around the corner. He said, some little boy waved at me, Dad. I said, so, being an American, especially Montana boy, you wave to everybody. She always laughs because we go down the road, you'll see everyone waves at you. So I waved to that kid. So then all of a sudden I see him grab his cell phone and look at us. And he waved bye to us. He wasn't waving hi, he was waving bye. He said he set off the bomb. He said it's the last thing he remembered.
2 men in Corey's unit were killed, and Corey was badly injured. To this day, the details of the attack play like a movie in his parents' mind. Little did Corey know those details might have saved his father's life.
I had 2 boys that were already in the Army, and as a father, you try to tell your kids everything growing up. You raise them, you tell them how to be safe in life. At this point in life, I was going over there, my boys are telling me how to be safe.
Darin deployed as a leader and combat engineer, clearing roadside bombs in Afghanistan.
Yeah, I remember when he told me that he had to be deployed. We were on our way back from Missoula. Get choked up. But anyway, he told me he had to leave and I said, I'm not ready. But being a strong Christian, I feel I am. I just like, you know what? I just have to let go and let God, because I can't change anything by being upset or stressed out, and I'm not going to make myself a wreck over it.
Thanksgiving Day 2013 was certainly a day to give thanks. Darin would survive 3 attacks that day.
We got hit 3 times that day. I got hit twice.
Really?
My truck. I was lucky that the bomb maker didn't. Must have been a rookie. He must have packed the 2 loose, and the jugs didn't go off.
While leading a convoy searching for roadside bombs, Darin recalled his son's attack, and his instincts took over.
I said, I'll stop. And they called my vehicle number, and they said, what are you stopping us for? I said, those kids just waved to me, and they said, well, yeah. I think the kids are waving bye to us.
Really?
They both waved like that, and like I said, my son, when he got blown up, the kid waved to him, and he waved back, and being a good old Montana boy, waved back, and then he seen the kid with the cell phone. I didn't see no cell phone. As soon as I seen them wave to me, it just clicked to me that.
Yeah, that may not be a friendly wave, huh?
Correct. Those kids, I learned from my kid, just don't trust people in those countries, because those kids, if they got killed, their family gets a sheep or 2.
If you'd like to see more behind-the-scenes content, follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The IED threat in Afghanistan was severe, though knocked unconscious multiple times. Darin was one of the lucky ones who would make it home to Jane.
I just walked in faith every day and just felt, I can't call them up and ask them to get sent home. I have no control. God, you just have to take care of my family.
I feel I died 3 or 4 times, and just wasn't ready to go. It wasn't my time. I thought I was dreaming one night. Mac visited me. My Uncle Mac, he came to see me before I went to Afghanistan. He told me, I have your back. You'll be okay. And I believe he watched over me. Yep. Oh. Good warriors always have your back.
Gosh, look at how beautiful that is.
Well, this is the buffalo ranch and the cultural herd up here where we hunt buffalo. One of my boys' battle buddies, he got blown up. He was badly injured. He lost an eye, badly burned. My son Coulter, he's with the 75th Ranger Battalion, both of them. He said, man, he's a hunter. He said, you know, it'd be nice if he could go shoot a buffalo just to get himself back up again off of this injury. He's been living in hospitals and everything, and I said, yeah, it'd be nice, I said. So I could talk to the board about it, but because he's not a tribal member.
Darin would have to petition the tribal council because a white man had never hunted on this land.
So I went up to the tribal board, and one of the board members that wasn't there the first time I went and talked, he shut it down. He said, no, he's not a tribal member. He's non-Indian. He can't hunt our tribal herd. I said, well, he's a warrior though. I said, and he's my son's battle buddy. And I said, they're blood brothers. Basically, they're blood brothers. I said, you go to war with somebody, it don't matter color, race, you know, anything, that don't matter. He agreed, and then they talked to the chairman and the vice chairman, and everyone went for it. And I told him I'd pay for it, that he could use my buffalo. And he could hunt my buffalo, and I'd pay for it. Then the chairman got hold of me. He said, hey, he said, don't worry about paying for that buffalo. We'll get it. He said, it's on our honor.
That's awesome.
He said,
They did a full circle.
You could still hunt your buffalo, and he could get his. And
that's great.
He's blind in one eye, and so his other eye is good, but his vision isn't that great. And yeah, so he had a clean miss, and then we got up on it. Robbie got him up on him, and again, and he got a good shot and put it down. And very exciting to see a young soldier so happy, big smile on the face,
Yeah.
killing an animal, feed his family.
Yeah.
Whenever you get a kill, you always go thank the Lord that you were
Blessed enough to.
blessing the animal and yourself for you're feeding your family. Lord gave you a good animal. And part of the ritual is when you get your first kill on an animal, you take the liver out. Some people take a chunk off it and chew it, or somebody will just take a bite right out of it. And I told Tom, you need to do that. And he grabbed that liver, put it up to his mouth, and he just took a big bite out of it. And he chewed on it and swallowed it, and he loved it.
We at Operation Fishing Freedom are able to share and preserve these veteran stories thanks to our great sponsors. They rely on our YouTube subscriptions. That's where you come in. Please go to YouTube, search Operation Fishing Freedom, and click that subscribe button.
Operation Fishing Freedom Foundation is also a nonprofit organization. And while we rely heavily on our sponsors, it's the donations from viewers like you that really make a difference. Log on to our website, operationfishingfreedom.com, and click on the donate button.
Your donations are tax deductible and no donations too small.
Sergeant Tom Block would get his buffalo, and he wanted to thank the men who made that possible. As fate would have it, There was a board meeting in session that same evening, and Tom got to thank the tribal council personally.
He thanked everybody, and everyone, we got a good laugh, and he's all burnt up and stuff, and false eye, but that smile, you can never live that down.
Yeah.
I mean, you see pure happiness and joy. You know, I'd love to help more people, you know, bring them out to great outdoors. I mean, there's nothing better than being outside just watching the sunsets or the sunrise, and you don't want to think about all those bad things that happen in life, and you think about the goods, and thank the Lord for every day. And yeah, can't live in a better country than this.
No, I agree with that.
A lot of people take the military and soldiers for granted that they're doing their job. They're doing their job, but it's also for you, for us as in the U.S. You know, that's I've always said.
Is.
Us isn't us, it's U.S. And soldiers are out there taking care of this country because they've seen the worst. They've seen other countries, and people in this country don't appreciate it unless you've seen it. And so they're out there trying to make this world better. And they have to do things. They have to do things that they're not proud of. Things that hurts them, affects them, but they're doing it for us.
Mm-hmm. So. Well, as you know, I never got to serve, but I certainly appreciate all the sacrifices that all the men and women have made for our, for our safety and for this country, and to be proud to be an American, right? To be able to do this in this beautiful land that we live in, right? So I can't say thank you enough for your service to our country and your boys' service to our country and your entire family.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, your entire family served, right? I mean, it's a family thing. And so, if you don't mind, I know you and I spoke a little bit earlier, and you told me when you retire, you were hoping to get a St. Croix rod, right?
Oh, I told you that, yep. I worked at Sporting Goods. I always told my wife I was gonna buy me a St. Croix.
Well, I'd like to give you that St. Croix rod if you'd let me, because I think that you absolutely deserve it.
Really?
Absolutely. But if you'd give me 1 second, I'd like to actually get a couple more things that I'd like to give you. For you, I wanted to do something a little bit different, a little bit special. And so what I had made for you was a custom knife here. And it has our Operation Outdoor Freedom logo on it. It's got your name, Darin Dimas, on that. And,
wow.
And that's for you. And that's
that is awesome.
Something to just say thank you for your
awesome.
Service to our country. And you're not official until you actually get your official Operation Outdoor Freedom jersey. It's got your name on there, Darin Dimas, and on the back it's got Dimas.
Oh,
that's
that is awesome. That is awesome.
So, thank you very much for your service, sir. I appreciate it.
So thank you, Darin, for you and your family's sacrifice.
If you'd like to personally thank a veteran that you've seen in one of our episodes, or nominate a veteran to be featured in a future episode, log on to our website, operationhealingheroes.org, and click on the nominate button.